What up, peeps? It's your girl, Logic Come Back Little Takes. Well, it looks like a trailer's dropped when we tell no other choice. Now, this, I'm intrigued because I saw the thumbnail. It looks like it is starring Lee Byung-hun. Now, I'm already invested. I am a fan of his work. I liked him. What did he do that I liked? He did quite a feed movies I liked. I liked him, of course, in what was it? Red 2, The Magnificent Seven, Terminator Genesis, Inside Men. But one of my ultimate favorites that I liked him in was I Saw the Devil. I never get tired of watching that film, and I've watched it many a times. But that right there, just automatically, there's certain, I always say there's always certain actors, or even directors, when they have work that's coming out, I want to see it. And knowing that Lee's attached to this, and it's of course they're being directed by Park Chan-wook, I'm already beyond excited for what I'm in store for. That director has done many of films I love. Of course, Old Boy, Lady Vengeance. He did a movie a couple years ago that came out, Decision to Leave. I'm trying to think. Another one is, what's the early 2000s, like, 2010-ish. I want to say it's 2013, like Snowpiercer. That's another one I loved. I could really go on, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head, some of the ones that I do like. But yes, I am here for this. I like the title because it just, my mind can just be going any types of way. I just have a soft spot for Korean films, and I just love them because it's just like I love the storytelling. It's like, engagement. Of course, you're going to definitely get and some of them that I enjoy, the action, but I love a lot of the, drama, that unfolds within it if it does actually, adds with action, all that. And sometimes it doesn't have to do that. But yes, it's always just like top tier to me. So I'm gonna, like I said, going in blind. I don't know anything about it. Just the fact that he looks like he's starring, and I know it's directed. So with that said, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll say the rest of the thoughts of it, guys.
심호흡하세요. 나는 좋은 사람이다. 실직은 하고 싶어서 안 돼. 아니다.
여기 적힌 것들 자제하기, 아빠 취직할 때까지. 나 테니스 포기, 내 차, 그리고 우리 집.
몇이나 될까, 경쟁자가?
우리 남편에 비하면 영 인간 벼락 같은 거 안 만나.
심호흡하세요.
나는 내 식구들 입에 밥을 넣어주기 위해 무슨 짓이든 한다. 어쩔 수가 없다. 특별한 일 없으셨습니까?
그 두 분이 사라지셨어요.
면접 잘 봤어?
All right, you guys, I enjoyed this trailer. Oh, yes, I'll have to see this. The place I normally used to go to is closed. I would see a lot of films that are not always in specific theaters closest to me. So I'm going to find a couple places, different places now, but that's all right. I don't mind, putting in that work and all that. That search is on. I like the overall premise, of course, his character, he loses his job, and it looks like, the wife is like, okay, kind of need to assess their situations, no more tennis, no more this, no more that, probably having, I'm assuming, probably selling the car and all that. They have to just make things work. And it looks like he's, once he lost his job, he had not been working for quite some time. Now, mind you, we see the scene where it looks like, he's being considered for a position, but there are other candidates. But as see what seems to shift his mindset about getting this job when his wife makes a comment. You can see from them getting ready to say this. He's like, nobody compares to my husband. She's like, I hope he gets struck by lightning with it, and also it makes his odds. I feel like, makes his odds even better. And when she makes a comment about the lightning, you could see some sort of, truly shift in his face because all of a sudden he goes from smiling And it's always like he's thinking, I don't know, the wheels start turning of what do I need to do to make sure those odds are in my favor and these candidates are not being considered. And that's when we see how things take a turn. We see how he decides to take upon himself. I'm assuming he's looking at the criteria. They have certain faces up, names, and also he can verify it. I'm assuming from there how he decides to interact with these individuals. If he, I don't know, goes to places that they like to go to, or he physically goes to their home and all. Because I'm trying to see if certain areas when you see the way the edit is edited in his trailer, how he finds out who they are and decides to get rid of them. I like how you see the way it's cut and all that, but you do see one scene with the woman. I don't know if it's the woman where he's going to some sort of counseling with some other people. I'm assuming, dealing with, I don't, certain things changing, maybe losing a job and all that, how to cope with that, whatever coping mechanism. She's doing some deep breaths. I don't know if that was her or not. I don't know if one of the candidates was a female and it could have been her and he was dragging on the floor. I'm just saying, but I will say, excuse me, the part that she's like, how did the interview go? He just was like, I hope it went, well, but at the expense of others. But I know it's talking about he can do what he needs to do, in regards to his family. So clearly, it gives him this pushes extra, momentum to go ahead and do these heinous things. So I really look forward to seeing this. I want to see what the overall final outcome. Do you get the job? So after everything is all said and done. So that's really going to be my take. Like, do you get this job? And then after everything you're going to do you feel like, okay, you get the job, and because some people are like, oh yeah, I'll still do what I need to do. I need that paycheck and all that, none the wiser. But it's like, I feel like they just keep getting one step closer to figuring out who might have possibly have something to do with this. Because it's like, if all these other people who are going out there, somebody's going to put two and two together. So I want to know if he's being able to be one step ahead before he gets caught, so. Definitely like the way this is going to play out. I love this story. Just I can only imagine. But again, definitely excited being as the director and then of course the actor that are involved in this. So I already feel like definitely going to be just visually and also definitely entertaining. And there's nothing else that I need to say. So comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in next reaction. You guys take care.